Yo, what's going on with it once again? People, humanity, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, otakus and Nikki Komodi's out there. There's this Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Mini Wolverine. Of course, you guys are wrestling drivers on Twitch Sports channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that other good stuff. Yeah. Real right quick before I do start this video, I heard about a couple days ago, which should have been the other day, but I'm late on this shit half the time because either A, because I don't give a shit about what that news is, or B, I do give a shit about what that news is, but I just haven't had time to talk about it. And the mother of all you-know-whats, nostalgia bombs pretty much blew up on us. Granted, this is like a 1950s, 60s like movie cartoon. I saw a lot of nostalgic memories as a 90s kid when I watched this for the first time. And I'm talking none other about Disney's fucking Lady and the Tramp. They're doing a live action version of that, which at this point I'm not surprised what Disney does as a live action. It's not a matter of if they're going to do it, it's pretty much a matter of when. And how many millions upon billions of dollars they're going to fucking make off of it. I know a lot of people aren't really going to give a shit about remakes, remasters. I actually give a shit about it. Some people, like, especially, like, I know these two other, like, channels that I follow, they're real big. Not throwing shade at them, not trying to shit on their reputation at all, but like people like shout out to the guy from Jeremy, not Jeremy Hembley from the Quartering, but another one. Which, by the way, I heard about this news from Mr. the Quartering himself, Mr. Jeremy Hembley. This is how I found out about this World of Warcraft news. Never been a World of Warcraft person, and probably never will be. It's just I never had a lot of interest in it. Some people might love the shit out of it. Me, I just never really got to me. Plus, I couldn't even play WoW as a '90s kid because I didn't have a fucking computer until like I was 13, the early mid 2000s. So I didn't even have internet until years later. So there was that. So there would have never been no way for me to play this game even if I would have been into it. So anyways, yeah. And people like Geeks and Gamers, aka that dude German that runs that YouTube channel, shout out to him. He makes some pretty decent ass commentary. Who else? A couple other people out there. I know there's the Smoge Nose and the Real Rejects. I know they might either be hyped about it or they might be like really negative towards this nostalgia thing because this is just another cash grab for Disney. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's true. And there's a lot of nasty, evil fucking shit I know that in the past Disney has done. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get my channel shut down. Because I have no idea if any Disney employee out there could fucking get my channel terminated, which I really don't want that shit to happen, but just look up, I don't know, secret societies of Disney or some shit. I'm not going to go any deeper than that because it goes to a lot of, conspiracy theories, all this tinfoil hat shit, which it's not really a tinfoil hat theory. It is real. In my personal opinion, it is 100% real. As cool as nostalgic as I had as a 90s kid with a lot of Disney, like, movies, I didn't even know this because I was still a sheeple at the time, but I will say this. Man, it did break my heart knowing that they have a lot of, like, satanic themes into that shit. It does suck. But it is what it is, I still had a lot of fond memories of growing up watching a lot of Disney cartoons and Disney movies and shit, Even as a 30, going on 31 years old by next year, grown man, I still love some of their nostalgic shit. And I don't even have kids. If I had kids, I probably would fucking let them watch this. Who knows? Anyways, let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this shit. So, oh, and also before to begin, holy fuck. I know this has nothing to do with this, but I think, I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not, maybe another month or two, because you know how Sony, I think March, April this year, when they started like copying off of Nintendo's the way they do the Directs, I think Sony in September, October, they might have another State of Play thing going on. I'm not sure, take that with a grain of salt, but it might happen. I don't know. So yeah, so it says Blizzard removes skeletons from the World of Warcraft Classic to prevent hate speech and ads. Which, absolute fucking garbage. I don't believe in hate speech. And yeah, there are people that are hateful and they could be assholes of the internet, but we don't got thick skin. In my own personal opinion, since I used to have thick skin, I used to get physically bullied all the time and mentally bullied when I was like in elementary school. That pretty much prepared me a lot for what I was going to endure in middle school and high school. Which high school, I'm not going to lie, like mentally wise, with a lot of my classes I took, it was hard as fuck, but friendship wise and people that tried to bully me, they didn't really bully me. Like, sophomore, junior, senior was really easy. I think I only had like one or two incidents where I got bullied for like a month or two, and after that, I stopped. So, high school is probably like the easiest part of my childhood / adolescence years. After that, I did college, and thank God there's no bullies in college. But nowadays, you got to worry about all this bullshit protesting about, SJWs all left, all right. Thank God when I was going to community college for like 4 years, thank fucking Jesus I didn't have to deal with that. Because I think that shit started, what, 2012, no, 2014, 15? Because I didn't graduate till like 2012. So I think it was like 2-3 years later that shit started happening. Thank God that shit was not happening when I was around. Thank freaking God. Anyways, yeah, this comes from Michael Waters from The Gamer. I'll leave the link in the description box down below if you want to read the article yourself. So it says, on August 27, the World of Warcraft classical classics will give players the opportunity to return to the world of Azeroth in its original form, or at least it's almost the original form. One small feature will be missing: no skeletons will be left on the ground after players die. In a recent Reddit post, Blizzard confirmed the news, stating that they want to prevent players from using the skeletons to create negative messages, hate speech, and advertisement. I just feel like this hate speech is all just some government Illuminati shit. My own personal opinion. If not, then it's a real thing. But if it is, I don't buy into that shit. In my own personal opinion, that's just smoke and mirrors in me. Anyways, let's move the fuck on. So, some fans are looking forward to the classic. Classic has been disappointed by this news. The skeletons were a fun feature in the earlier versions of the game. They made it in-game events feel more realistic, as they align battles to symbolize PvP combat that have taken place earlier on, or ever marked into a comical spot where another player has died. Some fearing that they get rid of skeletons slightly take over the World of Warcraft Classic's authenticity, and that the most, as the move takes the game a step back for its purpose, recreating the original world of Azeroth. The MMO game isn't dead, related, is reborn. Fans suggest that the Blizzard should simply ban players who use the skeletons to promote negative messages and advertisement instead of completely taking the skeletons out of the game. Other fans have brought up the fact that the skeletons feature was very rarely abused, and that the entire classic fanbase is being punished for the would-be actions of a small group of delinquents. Some events even suggest that Blizzard considering go back to a previous way in which they handled the situation, allowing the players to only have one skeleton per hour in skeleton spam. Oh, and by the way, let's get back to that Disney shit real quick before I keep going. The only person I saw that was voice acting thing, his name was Sam Elliott, and then another dude that was in a lot of movies already, that really funny as hell Asian dude, no offense to Asian people, Ken Jeong. Everyone else, I didn't know who the fuck that was, so there's that. Alright, so there's that, yeah. Players who have been following the game for some time now is known that it is not the first time that the World of Warcraft had a skeleton controversy. Back in 2007, Chinese copies of the game had no skeletons whatsoever, as they were replaced with gravestones instead. At the time, the staff members who worked for the company running the Chinese version of WoW, cited that Chinese regulations for the decision emphasize the government wants to promote a healthy and harmonious online environment. This wasn't the first time Chinese censorship laws have been brought to regards to skeletons video games. Excuse me. What the fuck's going on with me? I don't know. In video games. That certainly won't be the last. I'm not trying to get into whole bullshit politics, but I will say this. Oh man, China's already got a bunch of fucking bullshit communist rules over there already. They treat their fucking citizens out there like they're fucking ants. Not saying the United States is the greatest place in the world. Well, no offense to anyone that's a military, like the Army, the Navy, the fucking Air Force, or Marines. I really don't give a shit about that stuff, to be honest. I mean, many people got family members that are serving in the military. Hey, that's great. I'm not going to say, oh, thank you very much for your services. If they were an old senior citizen, which I know a lot of them are going to be unfortunately passing away pretty soon, like they were in the Vietnam or the World War II thing, then I'd probably tell them thank you for your service, because those are actual real wars that fucking happened. I'm just saying in my own personal opinion. But yeah, let's keep moving on. I don't want to get too political with that shit. Anyways, on the other hand, Blizzard's decision seems to be more presented as PR more than actual censorship of the skeletons themselves. Experience is more likely to cause here, as the company has certainly dealt with abusive content via the skeletons earlier days of World of Warcraft, which is why they weren't eventually patched up in the first place. It is unfortunate that the classic won't be the same as the original World of Warcraft down every last detail, but we're pretty sure that Blizzard included most of their important features and that the game will be a blast. I think that's all there is after that. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and it's like, oh, PewDiePie hit 1 million plus subscribers. We're all doomed. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I was never a fan of World of Warcraft. I've never played any of the games. I know you really shouldn't. I know there's like a saying that, oh, if you haven't played the video game, you shouldn't like fucking judge it. Me, from first hand when I used to see my cousin because he actually had the internet. Unlike me, I didn't have the internet. At the time in the 90s, it bored the shit out of me. After the first 5 minutes of seeing how you play the game, it's just all you're doing is just fucking running around and killing zombies, and you're an elf or you're a warlock. It's just, I never got into that stuff. I mean, if any people love World of Warcraft, that's cool. It never resonated with me. I'm sorry. So it says Nintendo 3DS and Wii U to stop accepting credit cards payment next week. So some real old school nostalgic stuff from all my old school heads. Never had a Wii U, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to find one on eBay before that shit gets completely gone forever. So it says Nintendo has announced a very important piece of news considering the 3DS and the Wii U eShop starting September 2019. They didn't say when, so it's either going to be next month or another 3-4 weeks from now. The Nintendo eShop on both platforms will stop accepting credit cards and debit payments. If you wish to continue using your credit or debit card on the top of the funds on the 3DS Wii U eShop, you must do it on the web browser through the following steps. Make sure Nintendo ID Network, or NNID, on your Nintendo 3DS or Wii U is linked to a Nintendo account. Visit the official Nintendo website. Select the payment method you use to the following instructions provided. Once the payment is complete, you can start using your funds at eShop. What do you think about this? Let us know below. I know this is a lot more real quicker news than the other news, but hey, you know what? I thought the Wii U was already dead. I know a lot of people saying that for like 4 or 5 years already, but man. Fortunately, I never got to play the Wii U because I was a lot more in a tighter, like, financial troubling situation for about 6-7 years. That was what, from about 2010 or 11 or about to 2015. So unfortunately, never got my hands on a Wii U. I did get my hands on a 3DS, a 2DS, and I had a 2DS XL, just a 2DS. It wasn't that great because I thought it was a piece of crap. But I just decided to get it for the hell of it. And yeah, the 3DS XL. And that was like the last one I got, and that was like 4 years ago. So I'm going to have to upgrade to that smartphone looking one because that smartphone Nintendo 3DS is probably going to be the last one that's ever going to be made because after that, like I said before, I'll say it again, that Nintendo Switch Lite, that's probably going to end up putting a nail in the coffin for the 3DS. Unless they still keep making them for Japanese players, because let's face it, Japan pretty much runs the fucking video gaming industry. I mean, there's other places that are in Europe, Australia, what else? Maybe Scotland, Ireland, Canada, maybe parts of Central South America, maybe. Depends if they're not really poor as heck. Or United States, where they have like a lot of video game companies. But Japan, in my own personal opinion, maybe next to Europe, they're the two biggest fucking countries that run the gaming industry, in my own personal opinion. So whatever they do, the rest of the world follows. That's just how I see it. Other than that, that's all I'm going to say for now, ladies and gentlemen, and I am done. And that's it. Links to the description box down below. It's a real sad time, but hopefully, this is probably around the time when the Direct gets announced, either September, which is probably going to be next month, or October. Probably going to be one of the 2 months we get another Direct, so we'll see what happens. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and as always, otakus, Nikki, Komonis out there, I will see you when I see you every day, every night, wherever you are in the universe out there. Stay tuned for future article session reviews, including internet news, video gaming industry news, anime manga news, and that wraps up the video. Peace out, my sauerkraut. Ladies and goodbye. I'll see all you people on the flip side. Later, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Later.